6 days before the feast began, a quiet house in Bethany. The one who called the dead to stand was seated close to me. No thunder rolled, no crowd proclaimed, no miracle proved, just breathing light and sacred calm, and love too deep to move. I held the jar, unopened still, a fragrance waiting for your will. Before the breaking of the bread, before the cross, before you bled, I pour it out, I pour it all. My worship at your feet will fall. Let the fragrance fill this place, let it speak what words can't say. Before the world begins to see, you are my everything to me. They question why such waste was made, they counted cost and gain, but love is never measured well by logic or by shame. The oil runs down, the silence breaks, the room is thick with grace. What looks like loss to watching eyes is glory face to face. I held the jar, now broken wide, nothing hidden, nothing to hide. Before the breaking of the bread, before the crown upon your head, I pour it out, I pour it all. My future in this holy fall. Let the fragrance fill this place, let it linger, let it stay. Before the shadow meets the tree, you are my everything to me. Keep it for the day of burial, you said what they could not see. Love prepares before the sorrow, love moves quietly. Not for praise, not for fame, just because I know your name. Before the breaking of the bread, before the blood the wine would shed, I gave it all, I gave it free, because you first gave life to me. Let the fragrance fill the earth, let devotion prove its worth. Before the cross calls history, you are my everything to me. The jar is gone, the sin remains, love poured out will never fade. Branches in the rising wind, voices on the road, cloaks laid down like fragile crowns before the one who rode. No sword of steel, no war cry loud, no banner in the sky, just humble steps on borrowed ground. As prophecy walked by, they shouted king, they waved the palm, but peace was written in your calm. Hosanna in the your soul a king on a borrowed donkey, carrying eternity. The crowd believed in victory, in power they could see, but you were moving silently toward a different tree. Their praise was loud, their hope was bright, but shadows stretched ahead. The road they thought would crown you now would soon be stained in red. They cried for strength, they dreamed of might, but love was choosing. Crossover fire. Still the children sing, but heaven knows the cost you bring. The crown they cheered was not the one that would be pressed before it's done. Not riding in to rule by fear, but riding in to draw us near a king on a borrowed donkey, carrying eternity. Fall, the road grows still, but love has made its entrance real. The hour has come, you softly said, no trumpet marked the air, no fire fell, no mountain shook, just stillness standing there. The crowd still dreamed of rising thrones, of kingdoms strong and wide, but glory moved in hidden ways, through surrender, not through pride. A single seed in open ground looks like an ending when it falls down. Unless a seed falls to the earth and disappears beneath the dirt, it stands alone, it stays the same, but buried deep it breaks its frame, losing life to let life grow, letting go to overflow. In the dark the roots are formed, through the dying love is born. where I am. You will stand where I fall. Take my hand. Unless a seed falls to the earth, and trust the silence of its burial. What looks like death to watching eyes becomes the door to a miracle. Losing life to let life grow, letting self be laid below. In the ground where fear is torn, through the dying we are reborn. The hour has come, the seed is sown, the path to glory goes alone. Now my soul is troubled here, the hour is drawing near. The weight of what is yet to come is whispering in my ear. Shall I ask for rescue now? Shall I turn away? But this is why I came into the breaking of this day. The shadow falls across the ground. Heaven is silent without a sound. Father, glorify your name, even through the coming flame. Not my safety, not my will, but let redemption be fulfilled. If the cross must mark this hour, let it show your greater power. Not in escape, not in defense, but love displayed in surrender's tense. Some heard thunder in the sky, some said angels cried, but I have heard the voice before, and I will not divide. Judgment is upon the world. This ruler will be cast when lifted up between the earth and sky. The line is past. The seed must break, the lamb must stand. What fear would stop? Love a steady hand. Father, glorify your name. Let the cost revealed again. Not my comfort, not my plea, but draw the world through me. Lifted high above the ground, let mercy be the louder sound. Not in force, not in a claim, but through the cross that bears the shame. That bears the shame. Troubled, yes, but turning, no. The path is hard, but I will go. Not pushed, not bound, not unaware. I walk because your heart is there. Glorify your name. Through the wound and through the pain, if I am lifted, let it be to pull the lost humanity. Let the darkness think it wins. Let the grave prepare its stone. Love will speak the final word and call the scattered home. The hour has come. The choice choice is made, glory walks the narrow way. The hour has come. The hour has come. The hour has come. The hour has My soul is troubled here. Now my soul is troubled here. The hour has come. The hour has come. Now my soul is troubled here. Glory walks the narrow way. A little while the light is here, not long before it fades. The road is open now to you, but shadows slowly raise. You've heard the words, you've seen the signs, you've felt the mercy near. But truth is not forever loud, and daylight won't stay clear. Walk now before the night closes in and dims your sight. While the light remains with you, step into what is true. Don't wait until the dark has grown to search for what was shown. Believe before the silence falls, before the distance calls. Become a child of living flame, while the light still knows your name. The dark does not announce itself, it settles without sound. A heart can slowly lose its way while still on holy ground. Not every closed and quiet door safer shade, or truth for what will fade. Believe before the silence falls, before the hidden walls. Become a child of a living flame, while the light still calls your name. I will not force, I will not bite. Love does not compel the blind, but light once gone leaves hearts to roam, and night feels longer far from home. While the light remains with you, let it pierce what's not yet true. Step forward while the path is clear. Don't let the dark define your fear. Believe before the silence falls, before the last voice calls. Become a child of living flame, while the light still speaks your name. Still speaks your name. A little while, the light is near. Walk in it while it is here. Though they had seen the signs unfold, the blinded eyes made whole, the water turned, the dead restored, still doubt possessed the soul. The light stood plain before their face, yet hearts remain confined. Not every eye that sees the flame allows itself to find. Hard and slow, not all at once, a quiet drift from truth to front. Though they had seen, they did not see. Though they had heard, they would not believe. The glory stood before their eyes, but pride can close what light implies. A heart can guard its chosen ground and miss the holy sound. Though heaven speaks in living flame, not every soul will call his name. Isaiah saw the throne on high, the lifted holy king. He spoke of eyes that would grow dim and ears that would not sing. It wasn't lack of evidence, nor absence of a sign, but fear of losing what they held that drew the closing line. The truth can cost more than we planned, and so we choose safer sin. Though they had seen, they did not see. Though they had heard, they would not believe. The light was near, the voice was clear, but comfort whispered louder here. A heart can bow to lesser thrones and call its caution wisdom. Though glory stood within their reach, they chose familiar prison. Yet still the light did not grow weak. It does not beg, it does not seek. It stands, it waits, it does not force, but leaves its trace along the course. Though they had seen, they did not see. Still mercy held eternity, for even in unexpected grace. Love did not turn its face. The glory once beheld in fear would shine again more clear. Though hearts may close for just a time, light is not undone by crime. Some turned away, some stayed unsure, but glory does and will endure. Some believed but said no word. They felt the truth inside, a quiet stirring in the soul they could no longer hide. Yet fear stood close beside their faith and weighed what it would cost to speak his name in open light. Meant status could be lost. Two voices called within the same heart. One said follow, one said stay apart. Loving the applause of men more than the praise of God, choosing comfort now and then over the narrow road. Faith can live in hidden rooms behind a guarded door, but truth was never meant to stay afraid forevermore. The synagogue could close its gates, reputation fall, and honor built on careful words could crumble at the call. They knew the signs, they felt the pull, they saw what others missed, but silence wrapped their trembling lips in safety's gentle fist. The fear of loss can bind the tongue and make a faithful heart feel young. Loving the applause of men more than the praise of God, trading courage now and then for ground that feels less hard. But light was never meant to burn beneath the borrowed shade, and faith that hides from open air will slowly start to fade. What is a name if truth is denied? What is a throne if glory is lied? The voice that called still calls the same, not for the crowd, but for the flame. No longer for the praise of men, but for the praise of God. Let hidden faith step out again onto the honest road. For love was never meant to live in corners dim and small. The king who walked a humble path deserves a fearless call. Some stay quiet, some step near. The light still waits beyond the fear. The evening fell before the feast. The hour had drawn so near. You knew the weight of what would come. The cross was almost here. The Father's hand had given all things into your own. Your power knelt upon the floor and chose the servant's throne. No crown, no flame, no lifted sword, just water, silence, and the Lord, you love them to the very end, not just in word, but bending low. The King of Heaven took the towel to wash the dust we know. No distant hell, no pride remained, no height too high to descend. You showed us what true glory is, to love us to the end. That basin filled, the room grew still, confusion filled the air. The hands that form the universe now touched their weary care. Each step was slow, each movement sure, no hesitation shown. The one they called their master claimed their broken feet his own. No force, no claim, no trumpet sound, just holy dust within his hand, and wrote his name in water's trace across the serpent's land. The tower remains, the basin still, love stooped low and always will. You loved us to the very end, through shadow, fear, and pain, not stopping at the edge of cost, not turning back again. The King who held eternity chose dust within his hand, and wrote his name in water's trace across came to me with basin low and towel in your hand, the one I called my Lord and King. Before me now you stand. I pulled away in trembling pride. This should not be, I said. The thought of you beneath my dust filled me with quiet dread. my heart would serve, my sword would rise, but not receive in humbled eyes. Unless I wash you, you are not mine. Unless you let my mercy shine, you cannot stand in love alone, or build your strength on stone. This water is not just for dust, it cleans what pride has grown. Unless you let me wash your feet, you cannot call me home. Then wash me, all my voice replied, my hands, my head, my soul. But you spoke calm and steady words of what makes broken whole. The one made clean does not need more than what remains below. It is not dirt that keeps us far, but what we will not show. To kneel is hard, to yield is more, to let you see what I ignore. Unless I wash you, you are not mine. Unless you trust this grace of mine, you cannot walk this road with me, still guarding what you see. This basin holds a deeper truth than water on the skin. It reaches where no man can reach, and cleans the soul within. Not by strength, not by vow, not by promise spoken loud, but by surrender, soft and real, by letting love undo what's sealed. Unless I wash you, you are not mine. Not by courage, not by sign, but by receiving what you lack and never taking mercy back. The king who kneels before your feet is not beneath your call. He lifts you higher than your pride by stooping down it all. By stooping down it all. The towel still rests, the water clear. Grace waits close when pride draws near. The room was warm with quiet light. The bread was passed by hand. No thunder marked the turning tide. No one could understand. One of you will walk away, you said without a prayer. The table froze in fragile air beneath each searching now. Not loud, not clear, just steady breathe. Love speaking calmly of coming death. Even the one who sheds my breath will lift his heel instead. Not every hand that reaches close will choose the narrow road. Still I offer what I give, still the bread into the bowl, you placed it in his hand. No anger burned within your eyes, no curse, no last command. What you do, go quickly now. Your voice was low and plain. The others thought of silver coins or gifts for holy gain. No one knew the weight that fell as darkness chose its silence well. Even the one who shares my bread walked out into the threat of night that waited at the door, where light would shine no more. Still I gave what I would give, still I chose to stay. Love does not defend itself or turn its face away. The door swung wide, no trumpet sound, just footsteps fading on sacred ground. The light remained, but one was gone, and silence swallowed what was done. Even the one who shared my bread carried shadow in his stead, yet mercy stood within that urn before the coming tomb. Not forced, not bound, not unaware, love watched him leave and still chose care. He went out without a word, and it was right. He went out without a word, and it was night. The door had closed, the night began. A shadow crossed the flame. Yet in that hour you calmly spoke and glorified the name. Not after victory was won, not when the crown was raised, but while betrayal filled the air, you said that God was praised. No throne, no cheer, no rising sign, just heaven turning in its time. Now is the glory revealed, now is the hidden made real. Not in power, not in might, but in love that walks through night. If God is shown in what I bear, then God will lift me there. Through surrender, through the cross that looks like loss. The path ahead was carved in pain, the hour would not delay. Yet you spoke of what would come as light that would not sway. Little children, stay with me a little while more. Where I go, you cannot follow through this coming door. The weight, the flame, the rising tide, all held within your quiet stride. Now is the glory revealed, seen in what I give, then all who trust will live. Through surrender, through the cost, through the cross that conquers loss. A new command not carved in stone, but written where the seed was sown. Love one another as I have done. This is how the world will know my son. Now is the glory revealed, when broken hearts are healed, not by sword, not by claim, but by love that bears my name. If you remain in what I start, and let this mercy shape your heart, then even in the darkest night, my glory will be light. The night was deep, the hour near, yet glory spoke without a fear. Where are you going now? I could not let you leave. The thought of walking without you was more than I could breathe. You said the path was not for me, at least not yet to tread. But love does not accept delay when fear is what it dreads. My heart was loud, my voice was brave. I did not see the test it gave. I would lay down my life for you, I would follow anywhere, through the fire, through the night, through the weight of every fear. But you looked deep into my soul and spoke what I denied before the rooster greets the dawn. 3 times you'll step aside. I meant each word with all I had, no shadow in my vow. Yet courage built on sudden flame can flicker when tested now. I thought my strength was made of stone, unshaken, firm and true. But love that leans on human will does not see what it can do. The road is long, the heart is frail, the loudest promise can still fail. I would lay down my life for you, I would stand when others flee. But you knew the coming hour better than I could see. Before the rooster breaks the sky, before the morning light, I will tremble in the dark and lose my voice in fright. Not because I did not care, not because I would not dare, but because the night can shake a man who trusts himself more than the plan. Still you spoke without disdain, still your eyes held no blame. Even knowing I would fall, you called me by my name. Before the rooster greets the dawn and failure fills my cry, your love will wait beyond my shame and never turn aside. the hour draws near. A brave heart beats but carries fear. Let not your heart be troubled now, the night is pressing near. The road ahead feels undefined, but I am standing here. You trust in God you cannot see, then trust the one beside. The fear that shakes your quiet thoughts does not have to decide. The door is dark, the hour unknown, but you are not walking alone. Let not your heart be troubled, let not your soul give way. There is a place my Father keeps where sorrow cannot stay. In my Father's house are rooms prepared before you knew. And if I go, it is to make a resting place for you. You see the cross, you sense the loss, you feel the coming tear. But what appears like ending now is not the end you fear. I do not leave to disappear, nor fade into the sky. I go to open what was closed and bring you by and by. The path I walk, you'll walk one day. Let not your heart be troubled, though tears may fill your sight. The place I build is stronger far than anything this night. And I will come and take you there where distance cannot start, until that hour remain in me and let me hold your heart. The night is deep, but deeper still is love that speaks and always will. Oh, 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 oh. You say you know the road ahead, but doubt is in your eyes. The map you hold cannot reveal what fear will not disguise. You ask the way to where I go, as if it were a place, but what you seek is not a path. It is my living face, not lines, not signs, not distant light, but standing here before your sight. I am the way when roads divide. second name to take you there. If you have seen the heart of me, you've seen eternity. Not undefined, but God revealed in humankind. I am the way when roads divide. I am the truth no fear can hide. I am the life no grave can claim. No shadow stronger than my name. No other gate, no lesser flame. No borrowed hope, no second claim. If you have seen the heart of me, you've seen the Father clearly. Not one among 1,000 more, not one more voice behind the door, but the beginning and the end, the living road on which you stand. I am the way when hope feels thin. I am the truth that draws you in. I am the life beyond the night, the breath within your fading sight. No other ground will hold you fast, no other promise meant to last. If you remain and trust in me, you walk eternity. The road is not a distant sign. It lives and breathes and calls you mine. Show us the Father, you softly said, and that will be enough. As if the sky must split in two to prove that God is love. Have I been here this long with you, and still you do not see the hands that touch the broken ones reveal eternity. Not hidden far, not veiled above. We're standing here in flesh and blood. If you've seen me, you've seen the Father. If you've heard my voice, you've heard His heart. Every mercy, every wonder was the Father from the start. I am not alone in what I do. The words I speak are not my own. The one who dwells within my breath has made His glory known. The blind who saw, the lame who walked, the storm that bowed its head, the bread that multiplied in grace, the tears beside the dead. These were not signs of distant power, nor tricks to seen and the unseen. Do you believe that I am in the Father's will, the Father's breath, and He in me without a seam, no fractured line, no broken beam? If you've seen me, you've seen the Father. Look again and understand. Every touch and every word was written by His hand. Believe because the love is clear. Believe the works you've known, the God you long to look upon has stood before you, shown. Not far away, not undefined, the Father's heart in humankind. If you love me, keep my words, not as a burden laid, but as the path where love is proved and fear begins to fade. I will not leave you as alone, like children without a home. Another helper will be near to make your heart His own. Not seen yet real, not loud yet near, a quiet strength within your fear. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you, not as the world can give, fragile and passing through. Let not your heart be troubled, let not your courage break. The Spirit will remain in you for my own promise sake. The world will not receive this gift, it cannot understand. A presence not of flesh and sight, but held by unseen hand. You will not walk abandoned paths, nor speak to empty air. For I will come and dwell in you and make my dwelling there. The night may press, the road grows steep, but I am yours and you are mine to keep. Peace I leave with you, my peace I plant in you, not built on calm surroundings, but rooted deep and true. Let not your heart be shaken, let not your faith give away. The helper breathes within your soul when shadows fill the day. You heard me say I go away, yet I return in living way. The love the Father gave to me now rests alive in you, not distant hope, not fading flame, but covenant made new. Peace I leave with you, my peace will carry you through trial, loss and waiting, through all you must walk through. Oh, let not your heart be troubled, let not your spirit fall, for I am with you even now, and peace outlives it all. The room grows still, the words words remain, peace like rain after rain.